Hello, my name is Rebecca Rodriguez and I work at the Fair Oaks Library. Check out my other videos about singing and talking and how you can help with early childhood literacy. Today we will focus on play and write. As you already learned, the best way for children to learn is through doing and constant repetition. Play can encourage language development and social interactions. The bond of language that children experience during play helps construct their literacy knowledge so that talking, drawing, and playing can serve as bridges to literacy. When children create imaginary situations in pretend play, they invent and inhabit alternative or possible worlds. This is similar to what they do when they listen to storybooks and to what they do when they read or write stories themselves. So, you see, playtime is a fun way for children to put into practice skills they've learned and learn new ones. An increasing proportion of time devoted to pretend play is spent in talk, as children discuss the settings, the characters or roles, and the plots they will be enacting in play. Play helps assist in teaching critical skills such as negotiation and conflict resolution, especially during uninstructed play when children, not adults, make the rules. Children learn to regulate themselves during play. Self-discipline is important in learning how to read. Another thing to consider is that during playtime, children learn critical problem-solving skills, which is associated with reading comprehension. One thing to consider is constructive play, which is when children use materials to create or build something. It is organized and focused towards a goal. For example, using Legos to build a castle or using chalk to draw a mural on the sidewalk. Constructive play can offer children opportunity to explore concepts such as math, science, creativity, language, and understanding the world around us. With play, there is a freedom to explore, to make mistakes, learn, and use your imagination. Don't be afraid to jump in on the fun, to encourage and to push your child's imagination and creativity. Play can lead children on a path to discovery, to learn new possibilities, a new way of thinking of new ideas. Technology is all around us. One thing to consider is the amount of screen time your child has. Technology is not the enemy. The problem is whether it's being used to create and foster connection, or is it being used to create distance. It is okay to use technology as a quick diversion, but you can use technology as a means of educating. You don't just want to offer mindless entertainment. Preschoolers can learn lots of new things using apps and games that are centered around education and learning. There are great resources or apps that you can use to help your child become better readers. For example, the library offers some great resources like Hoopla and Canopy, which offers Sesame Street and other educational shows. However, I would like to focus on BookFlix. This is a great resource for reading. It is easy to navigate and a fun way for kids to practice their reading. The idea is that students watch a film based on a book, hence the name BookFlix. They can either read on their own or follow along. The words are highlighted on the bottom, and it makes it easier for them to see and follow along. There's also games or questions at the end to help with reading comprehension. It kind of feels like you're watching a movie, and it doesn't feel like work. I strongly encourage you to check out this free resource. During playtime, we might notice a child pretending to read, or they might even scribble on a piece of paper. This is great, and it shows that they're on the right track. Because reading exposes your child to print, it is great to have books for them to play with. Also, playing with manipulatives such as magnets, Play-Doh, Legos help encourage hand-eye coordination, which is needed for writing. There are some great books like Harold and the Crayon or The Day the Crayons Quit, which are great books that push the imagination and also a good way to learn colors. Be mindful and consider having more than just crayons. We tend to go for the big, chunky crayons, but children should be exposed to other things such as painting, use markers and whiteboards or even a stick to draw in the sand. I've worked with foam paint and toddlers loved it. They got messy and it was a nice way for them to learn to use the paintbrush, or if they wanted to simply just use their hands to get creative. This was a great way for them to have sensory play. This is also great practice for future readers and writers. Playing at writing and reading by scribbling or drawing, pretending to write or pretending to read may serve to open up the activities of writing and reading for children's consideration and exploration. I've already mentioned a few awesome resources that encourage literacy. Here I have a set of Touch, Think, Learn board books. They have texture and are great for tactile learning. These are great books for toddlers to play with because it has ridges and texture. Children can trace the images with their fingers. These books have scooped out die cuts with raised shapes or letters. The books offer learners an opportunity to explore in a hands-on, multi-sensory way. Another great book for play is one of my favorite books to read during story time, which is Can You Make a Scary Face by Jan Thomas. This book is so much fun and interactive. This book literally gets the kids off their seats and making scary faces. I really enjoy reading this book and I hope you do too. Other books that I would like to point out are books that encourage active play, such as I Am Yoga or Breathe Like a Bear. It can introduce children to a new way of relaxing. They can learn yoga poses or learn to do breathing exercises. Remember that learning can be fun and play is a great way for your child to learn. Don't forget to visit the library where you can find books that encourage play and writing. Play and writing are great ways to help support your child's literacy. Playtime teaches toddlers to learn and to share, to take turns, or be a leader by doing. It also involves exercise that helps enhance coordination, build muscles, and gets the heart pumping. Thanks for watching, and until next time.